Bitter criticism. We have a lot of news as always, as usual. I want to say hello. I don't remember the page now. I want to say hello. I don't remember who. This is a Spaniard page from Spain. This is a YouTube channel. A YouTube channel for mom. Mother Spain. Mother, it's our mom. It's our mom. Hi, mom. What about that? I will find out. Look, this for me is new. This is a great channel on YouTube. Unfortunately, YouTube, because YouTube will ask is such a pain in the ass, asking us for our real names, our IDs. Stop it, YouTube, please. I will never give you my ID. Just 1 second. Well, I don't know the name, but they have informs, I will, next time I will tell you the name of the page, but this Chema guy something. My dogs are getting so dirty over there. Fucking dogs. I will give them bath. I'm watching you. No, they are getting they are on the ground, on the mud, mud. Well, mud is not so bad, but I feel Milou got dirty yesterday. Oh, a couple of minutes ago I was practicing soccer. Anyway, let's go read some news from. Well, I was reading this news from black market in Russia is important because this cell phone over there is Huawei. This cell phone over here is Samsung. Everybody loves gadgets. Look, for example, I have a Nike. I'll show you. I have this Nike. I found on garbage, right here in Chile. Garbage, it's totally garbage. And well, imagine garbage in Russia. Garbage in Russia, I guess it's not that great, because there's no. Maybe garbage in China is great because China produces all. I guess Chinese people they can buy everything or they can steal. Yeah, so can you see why China is growing? Because Chinese people don't steal, I will not tell nothing about that, but Latin people, they survive, understand? They make something to survive, to have what they want. Anyway, so black market in Russia, how important are objects? Very important, I guess. And that's why it's so important to make brands from global south, Chinese brands. But the problem is trade, all the trade lines, the trade system. The trade system is all American, I guess. I'm not sure, but everybody wants an iPhone. Everybody wants a Nike sneaker. Anyway, I'm just gonna read about Rolex. What about Rolex? Rolex announced a boycott and ceased supplies to Russia after the Ukraine invasion, and its watches are considered luxury goods on the EU and US sanctions. Although the UAE has not joined sanctions against Moscow. When approached directly by Al Jazeera for comment, a representative said the company did not need marketing or advertisement and refuses to discuss the matter further. Kiev KS, a wholesaler in Kazakhstan, that sells household appliances said it also had many clients from Russia, some of whom make bulk purchases of goods that are not officially available in the country due to sanctions. It's so the sun is so hard, it's so strong. So just wait a little bit. Okay, there you can see my Nike from garbage. A nice garbage, you know. Right now, yeah. That's better. Well, you know, the Akitas are not coming more because my brother, my friend, walking the Akitas, he failed too much. That's the whole truth. He was getting old, not so old as Joe Biden, but the question is, Biden, you know, just to illustrate, I was listening to this podcast about China Australia trade, I guess, something like that. A podcast from American people, or yeah, I guess it was from American people. Well, I guess it was that was. They said in that podcast that the woman said the woman made an innocent commentary, an innocent comment. She said she's sorry about Biden. I mean, she said Biden was complaining about air inside a chips, you know, potato chips, French fries, potatoes, chips, too much air inside the package, you know. And she laughed. She laughed about the Joe Biden's comment. Well, that's it. Joe Biden is that's it. Is a doll. Is a muppet. Yeah, a muppet. Understand? So Biden is not a real. Is not a real human being. You know, he's just an old guy. Yeah, and that's how it works. That really works. People feel sorry about people. Joe just don't care much because he's so old. That's it. And I was listening the debate, and he talks like an old good guy. You know. That's it. He talks like a good. How to say, a good innocent, but not innocent, but someone that can hurt nobody, you know, someone that is, I forgot the word, like innocent, he cannot hurt, understand? So he is like an old, that's it. So but everybody should know that Biden, Hillary Clinton, at least that was everybody says, Obama, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Obama, Biden, they are the worst war criminals. They making all the wars. They wanted these 7 countries in 5 years. Do you ever heard that? I just heard this from people, a lot of analysts. Somebody said that, a prime minister or something. 7 countries in 5 years, something like that, or 5 years in 7. No, I guess it's 5 countries or 5 years. Libya, Iran, you know, Iraq, all that, Syria, to control the oil. Anyway, so and that's it. I have a Biden lapsus now. I forgot what I said that. Well, Kiev Holzman, Kazakhstan, sell the household appliances. Said he's also had many clients from Russia, some of whom make bulk purchase. of goods that are not officially available in the country due to sanctions. You can come and buy the whole truck, a company representative told Al Jazeera in a phone conversation. Customs data shows that products are being imported into Russia through unofficial channels on a large scale. All goods that enter Russia, whether through official distribution channels or as a parallel imports, must be declared to customs, which records information including the name of the shipper, the consignee, and the quantity of the shipment. While customs data does formally distinguish between imports based on whether they were authorized by the manufacturer, importing companies that have no official relationship with the manufacturer are an indication of parallel imports. In the weeks after the invasion, shipments of iPhones to Russia virtually ceased. Only about 200 kilograms, 440 pounds of devices, the equivalent about 400 iPhones. What? Yeah. So an iPhone is like half a kilogram. Were imported into Russia in the first 3 months after the invasions. I guess with the charger, it's not that heavy. According to Russian import data provided by Import Genius, compared with about 200 tons in January. 200 tons in January 2022 alone. 200 tons. How many iPhones Russian buy? 200 tons. So Russian people, they love iPhones. I don't care much about. No, but actually I do, as I will tell you something personal about me. Something for MI6 and NSA. Just today, for they to give me when I were in jail, if they send me to Guantanamo or something. I like synth pop music. I like Pet Shop Boys, Modern Talking, and so on. What else? Ace of Base. If you want me to, if you want to buy me, if you want to buy me nicely, give me an iPhone with this synthesizer, in order for me to play music, to try to make songs. Devo, also Devo, all that. So iPhone is like that. Everybody has something to do with an iPhone, this, I don't know, it's something that China should do. Go China. It's something that Huawei should do for us, develop some apps, and music will prevail. That's it. Anyway, so I guess you got the point on this article. Look, Samsung does not operate retail stores in Russia. Shipments to Russia remain suspended, the South Korean tech firm told Al Jazeera in an email. So that's how. Look, Electrolux, for example, Swedish appliance manufacturer Electrolux, which in September 2022 announced it will exit Russia completely, saw shipments of its products decline sharply throughout 2022, from about 1,600 tons in January to just 182 tons in September, because these are freezers, they are not smartphones. I don't even knew that Electrolux, it was Swedish. Anyway, there's a lot of things. Everybody went out from Russia. So is there something Russia does, or is there something China doesn't do, like Electrolux freezers? Russia need freezers, because it's just like in Soviet times. If people don't have a good freezer, people will start blaming government. That's how important things actually are, If people don't have, as I always say, this was on YouTube. There's a woman, a Russian woman living in Brazil. She has a YouTube channel. She said that she was living on his childhood on Soviet Union, and the big problem for people back then, it was they didn't have nice stuff, nice stuffs. Like her neighbor, a woman, she's woman neighbor, gave their family a crystal jar, because this neighbor got a acrylic jar, color acrylic jar from the West. Everybody knows that acrylic jar is just garbage nowadays. Anyway, Coca-Cola said its ability to address the issue is limited by regulatory factors linked primarily to free trade within the Eurasian Economic Union (EU) and integrated single market made up of Russia, Armenia, Belarus, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan. Finnish food company Fazer, which owns Geisha Chocolate, reiterated that it had permanently left Russia. Chocolate, all that stuff. Pepe Escobar said some time ago, Russia is doing everything, and in the other side, inside Russia, this is absolutely backed by the CIA. This is a Russian. I believe he's actually Russian or Ukrainian, who knows. But I don't believe he is making money just because he is criticizing Russia, And that's it. I just don't believe it. I guess he's absolutely backed by the I don't know, by the NSA, by the CIA. He's on the payroll of CIA, definitely. I'm not, this is real, absolutely real. My face full of imperfections, no makeup, Tommy over there starving. This is absolutely real. This is global South, people. But we are happy. We are dying happy because we are winning, I guess. Or people say we are winning. It doesn't matter, if I don't know. No, if our last victory, it was Bolivia. We are winning in Bolivia, right in the north. Right here in Chile, we are losing. That's the truth. We're always losing here in Chile. Daniel Jadue is in prison. In Argentina, there are a rock star I like, Christian Aldana, is in prison. Justice of this shit country says that they are in prison because they are immoral or something. I don't believe it. People is super poor, stupid right here in these countries. But in Bolivia, we are winning, In Bolivia, we are winning. I have news from Peru, I have a lot of news from Peru, and I will just leave this Al Jazeera. The last paragraph, the very last paragraph of this mysterious article, quote, I don't know who, but lifespan of a tractor is more than 10 years, so the effect will not be immediate. Yes, there are risks, and we are taking steps to mitigate them. I hope Russia and China make trucks, make everything, What else? Freezers, do freezers, I guess by this time they are doing everything. I guess that's what Pepe Escobar said. They just start doing everything, everything. And let me tell you, it will be better like that, because right here in the West, in the global West, global South, global Southwest, things just are made to break. Cell phones, everything is made to not last. Everything is made to break, you know. Low quality everything. Anyway, as for ethical concerns, the manager said her conscience is undisturbed. Quote, we have 220 cows in Russia. Whatever we think about the war and invasion, what choice do we have? We must continue working and find solutions to overcome everyday difficulties, she said. That will be wonderful, you know. I hope Communist Party win in Russia. But if not, well, Putin is doing great, I guess. Anyway, so next one. I hope Russia keep helping Cuba. And says like this. Next one from Pepe Escobar Telegram. Shocking poll finds many Americans now want to secede from the United States. What? By Adam Barnes, July. There's topics here. Topics. Support for secession is growing among every partisan group in the months following the January 6th Capitol riot. I don't know what's secession, but I'm just reading. But it is greatest in the South, where support was already highest and has the greatest historical precedent. Third, by this summer, we anticipated political tempers may have cooled. The group conducting the research wrote, support for secession is growing among every partisan group in the months following the January 6 riots at the Capitol, but particularly among Southern Republicans. A new poll found. Brightline Watch, in conjunction with YouGov, found that citizens' support for their state or region to secede from the U.S. is greatest in the South, where support was already highest and has the greatest historical precedent. Overall, 37% of respondents indicated a willingness to secede. Support among Southern Republicans grew from polling conducted in January, which showed 50% were in favor of secession, but the number leaped to 66% in June. Maybe they want to break away from the U.S. Who knows? By this summer, we anticipated that political tempers may have cooled, not necessarily as a result of any great reconciliation, but perhaps from sheer exhaustion after the relentless drama of Trump. The group wrote in an analysis on the survey's findings. Respondents were asked, would you support or oppose your state seceding from the United States? Yes, from the United States, or join a new union with list of states in the new union. What the hell? So things are really going drastic, you know, in the United States. Things are not so great. Brightline Watch constructed 5 district regions that a particular respondent state will join and added the relevant states to the question. Brightline Watch warns the numbers might be skewed given the complexities of the matter and because the group believes it is an issue that respondents were very unlikely to have considered carefully. This is like another headline. Look, America is changing faster than ever, and changing America to your Facebook or Twitter. Oh no, this is a channel. Changing America. America is changing faster than ever. What the hell? The group reiterated that the respondents on either side of the political aisle indicated some support for the idea and that it rose within both partisan groups. So what a way to understand what is a partisan group. It's like partisan. I didn't knew that, but it's like separatist, you know. Quote, Republicans are most secessionists in the South and mountain regions, whereas it is Democrats on the West Coast and in the Northeast. The group's writes. In the narrowly divided heartland region, it is partisan independents who find the idea most attractive. YouGov collected the responses of 2,750 50 Americans in a public survey from June 16 to 26, 2021. And that's it. I have no idea how I'm doing with the time here. But what astonishing news that was. So America will break up. What about that? I never been in America. I will tell you how I learned English. I did by Woody Allen movies. I'm a big fan of Woody Allen. I'm a big fan of NBA basketball. I was chatting on a shot and go shot. I'm not absolutely fluent, but I'm trying. And well, 4 years ago, I started to listen in podcasts. Maybe 3 years ago, something like that. Maybe 2 years, 2 years ago. That definitely. So I know a lot of political analysts from YouTube, like Michael Hudson. I tried to speak like Michael Hudson. This was I noticed that Glenn Deason, the Norwegian teacher, a professor, also speaks just like he talk just like Michael Hudson. So Michael Hudson is our mentor, I guess. In my opinion, every American citizen like Noam Chomsky and Michael Hudson, they don't criticize much their own country because they are American. Nevertheless, they cannot suicide. Not like me, because I don't know. I don't like this country, Chile. There is good people, I guess, but I prefer Brazil. I was living in Brazil. I'm happy to have this sometimes these phonemes. I have some Brazilian phonemes, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of being a little Brazilian, and I guess I will go back to Brazil. Even with the violence and stuff, I will take this dog over there, Tommy, and we will walk. We will walk to Brazil, Tommy. Prepare your paws over there. Anyway, June 28, 2024, Home World News. Will the Democrats dare replace Biden? So, crisis in America, crisis all over the world. Will the Democrats dare replace Biden after his utter failure in the debate against Trump? I listen in all of this, and I think I respect these people. I respect neoliberals because they are ruling the world. They've been ruling the world since I was born. They are ruling the world since 100 years ago. Something like 100 years ago. And well, they are not stupid. I guess people, and well, how I can explain you what is Biden, what Biden is doing, why the hegemon is doing with Biden. As I tell you, Biden is an old innocent guy, harmful. He's, I don't know if he is the right word in English, is harmful. Yeah, but something like that. And he cannot make any harm. He's old, he's good, he's elegant. His son, he's a good, too good father. What happened with Biden's sons? Maybe it's because he was too good. What happened if you are a father too good? your kids will be terrible, terrible. If you care too much about your kids or anything, if you never beat them, if you never beat a dog like Tommy will be terrible, like all abandoned. Who knows? Actually, I don't know, but I guess people doesn't have a realistic view on people, That's my opinion. If you see people like Biden, what the masses will think about Biden? Oh, what Biden was doing politics, he was a great father, and he was so good. He protects too much their kids. I don't know, their kids made huge mistakes, but I don't remember now. Like assassination, I don't remember now. Will the Democrats dare replace Biden after his utter failure in the debate against Trump? Even his own party can't deny the incumbent's dismal performance, and talk of picking a new 2024 candidate abounds. This is from Robert Bridge. He's an American writer and journalist. He's the author of Midnight in the American Empire: How Corporations and Their Political Servants Are Destroying the American Dream. He has a face of a Californian guy, Robert Bridge. You look like you are the perfect American, in my opinion. U.S. President Joe Biden on the right and Republican President candidate U.S. former President Donald Trump participate in the CNN presidential debate at the CNN studio on June 27, 2024 in Atlanta, Georgia. And this article here from Robert Bridge is from Russia Today. So what a nice channel, Everybody should read Russia Today, because Russia Today didn't disappear in 2 years, Russia Today is the only answer to, I don't even know how many newspapers are in the world, but Russia Today is the only answer to anything you should think about in the world right now, All the rest is just Western brainwashing, Few Democrats can say with straight face that the U.S. Commander-in-Chief is totally capable of steering the nation during one of its most dangerous and pivotal moments in history. But why did it take them so long to figure that out? I will stay with my opinion that as an old guy, people feel sorry about this guy and believe him, because I was just listening, and I just don't care about unharmful guy and in defense guy, like an old in defense innocent guy like Biden. I know he's all the opposite, but he is just an actor. That's the question of politics. Despite having an entire, Trump was so bad behaved, In fact, both of them were bad behaved. It was actually, the debate is so shallow. They are always complaining one each other, saying this guy, It's such a bad way to learn English, such a bad way to listen in English, This guy's this guy that, They are like fighting a street fight, They are very bad behaved guys, both of them. Despite having an entire week to prepare for his showdown against Donald Trump and rumored to have been drugged to the eyeballs on performance-enhancing medication, elderly Joe Biden stumbled immediately out of the debate gates. Stumbled immediately out of the debate gates and never got back on his horse. The spectacle was so painful to watch that the main talking point among pundits following the event was, who will replace Biden? The greatest cringe moment came out early in the night when the US leader left to his own decisive decisives without wife and handlers nearby, suffer a brain freeze that lasted an interminable 15 seconds, which lasted into an eternity on television. Then question over his response to the COVID pandemic, all Biden could manage to mumble was that we finally beat Medicare, to which Trump shot back. Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare. You have to recognize Trump is healthier. He's smarter, I guess. Fortunately, there was no shortage of comic relief to ease the pain of watching this strange wreck, which took many by surprise considering Biden's intelligible performance during the State of the Union address in March. The most laudable part of the worst presidential debate of all time came when the two aging politicians argued over who was the best golfer. Yeah. Yeah, that was true. Quote, I just won 2 club championships, Trump, who spent too much of his presidency on the golf course, bragged. Quote, to do that you have to be quite smart and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way. Biden challenging to me a golf match and we can hit the ball 50 yards. To which Biden responded, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it. Yeah, that was a sad spectacle because Biden can do it neither. I'll never play golf, I guess I just play baby golf, baby golf on computer. Baby computer golf, and I was pretty good, I guess. So what about that? I will answer that. If I were an American candidate, I would say, "Hey Trump, I just play computer games." What about computer games? So now America finds itself in the unavailable position where it must choose between a great golfer who paid hush money to cover up his dalliance with a porn star and a 81-year-old career politician who can barely string together 2 coherent sentences. Yet, as unforgivable as Trump's behavior may be, fact checkers accused him of lying no less than 30 times throughout 90 minutes debate. These accusations are far less damning for a would-be leader of the world, a would-be leader of the free world, than the crime of being cognitively challenged, as is clearly the case with Biden. The question now is, should the Democratic Party shelve their crotchety incumbent, opting for another candidate to fill his shoes, or should they continue to support Joe Biden in the belief that the electorate's extreme dislike of the Orange Man guarantees them victory come November? Incidentally, should the later scenario played out and Biden really does win, the Republicans will be so sure that the election was stolen that the tumult witnessed at the Capitol building on January 6, 2021 will resemble a picnic by comparison. Thus far, Biden has shown no willingness to step aside and make way for a fresh candidate, and perhaps the people who surround him are totally fine with such an arrangement. After all, it gives them ultimate power to dictate policy and they see fit. It's nearly impossible to imagine definitely Biden having the slightest bit of control over Oval Office, aside from signing off on legislation that lands on his desk. Meanwhile, every state has already held its presidential primary. Democratic procedure mandates that the delegates Biden won are committed to support him at the party's upcoming national convention on August 19, unless he announces that he is leaving the race. Yet, given Biden's stubborn character, it is doubtful he will be inclined to surrender the task of leading 330 million souls. It is even more doubtful when it is remembered that the Trump administration will do everything in its power to send Joe and his son Hunter to prison for a long time over his own alleged crimes. Any move to try and replace Joe Biden at this late stage would be unprecedented in modern times and could drive a wedge between the ranks of the Democratic Party. This will greatly help Trump to become only the second president to win a non-consecutive second term in office. The statements, views, and opinions expressed in this column are solely those of the author and do not necessarily represent those of Russia today. Yeah. So, fortunately, I'm not an American citizen. I don't have the... I was talking about Ocasio-Cortez. I guess she will never be American president because she is so Hispanic. I guess that's the problem. Well, I will do my yoga now. I will do a lot of yoga because I'm too break because of this soccer I was playing. Maybe I will upload some training. And well, as usual, I have my Daniel Jadue prisoner, but I don't remember where it is. Oh, it's here. Just 1 second. Still recording. Well, I have to remember what happened with Trump. I guess I just like I said, Biden. I guess the neoliberals. I mean the globalists, the Democrats. You know, they are trying to make a candidate like Biden, an old innocent guy. And maybe people are believing that, you know. I myself just being, you know, just listening what I listen in the debate, that's my impression, you know. And this is Daniel Jadue in prison here in Chile. Free Jadue, free Jadue.
Porque esos jóvenes que están en la moneda ganaron la elección democrática, ¿no? Y uno tendría que preguntarle a ella si respeta o no la democracia. Y yo creo que hay que cuidar las instituciones, ¿no? Uno podría decir, mira, si contáramos todo lo que ha pasado bajo los ojos de la alcaldesa Matei, recordemos que su principal asesor, ¿no? Álvaro Lavín, está imputado en el caso LED. No es como yo que nunca me han llamado a aclarar, no. Ese es el que andaba repartiendo las platas en la alcaldía de derecha para quedarse con la plata. Entonces uno podría decir, bueno, ella no sabía lo que hacía su principal asesor. Hay que recordar que ella, que es mentirosa desde chiquitita, ¿no? Se ha dedicado a juzgar a todo el mundo. Pero ¿se acuerdan del quiotazo? ¿Te acordás del quiotazo? Sí, ¿te acordás que ella le juró a todo Chile que ella no tenía nada que ver y después tuvo que reconocer y se murió de vergüenza para decir, no, sí, yo ocupé los contactos de inteligencia de mi padre para armar todo este cuento? ¿Se imagina? ¿No?
Pero ponte en el contexto de que Evelyn Matei es candidata a la presidencia y tiene que entregar opiniones, tiene que llegar a la ciudadanía. Y está mintiendo, por ejemplo, al decir que este es un gobierno que se da voltereta. ¿Tú crees que
o sea, yo creo... No, yo no creo que sea mentira, que yo, y tampoco creo que sea verdad. Yo creo que no es el tono para discutir en política.
Ya.
Yo creo que ella equivoca el tono. O sea, aquí uno me puede ver, puede decir que yo soy bien duro, soy bien, entre comillas, frontal, pero nunca me han visto ni insultar a nadie ni ningunear a nadie. Y aquí hay una costumbre en la derecha en ningunear a los oponentes, y yo creo que eso le hace muy mal a la política. Yo creo que eso no es bueno. Ahora, efectivamente, lo vuelvo a reiterar, ella ha usado el recurso de la mentira durante su carrera política en más de una vez. Ella la hicimos conocer, todavía no acuerdo la
I'm break. You know, soccer is such a destructive sport, you know. Any physiatrist will tell you, don't play soccer, don't play basketball, you know. You will break your body. Don't be stupid. But it's a passion, you know, it's poetry, you know, the ball, the curves the ball do, all that I recorded. But I'm 37, I can be American president. Can you imagine? But politics is very exciting, you know. But you know, my politics, my favorite politicians, my favorite politics is Keynesianism, economic Keynesianism, Lula da Silva, Dilma. But the very best president I have the lucky to be on his administration, it was Dilma Rousseff, Brazilian president. It was just absolutely great. Everything she did, it was absolutely fantastic. She's the only Sagittarian woman I like.